one of the Harvard law professors who contracted Elizabeth Warren before she entered legislative issues, has conceded the Democratic Congresswoman isn't Native American by any stretch of the imagination, but instead, astonish, a white lady. Asked whether Elizabeth Warren utilized her status as a minority, Native American, while applying her the part at Harvard in 1993, David Wilkins, one of the main dark law educators on Harvard's staff who voted in favor of employing Warren, stated, "How about we limit Elizabeth Warren is a white lady?" The announcement by the law educator isn't the main reason Elizabeth Warren's shady past is making up for lost time with her in 2018, as she eyes a 2020 presidential run. Another examination by the Boston Globe additionally uncovered that Warren just started professing to be Native American moderately as of late, and she started changing her records to propose she has constantly recognized as Native American simply after she entered legislative issues. Western Journal reports, there has been a considerable amount of contention encompassing Massachusetts Democrat Senator Elizabeth Warren's questioned and dubious cases of Native American legacy, cases of Cherokee and Delaware clan legacy that come from unconfirmed family old stories passed on finished ages. A portion of Warren's commentators have contended that she utilized her case of Native American legacy to pick up leeway in her law teacher profession as a minority, which means she increased desired positions as a minority in liberal scholarly world's mission for decent variety to the detriment of real minorities who might convey genuine assorted variety to graduate school resources. Others, like President Donald Trump, have just tore on Warren's questionable claim by mockingly calling her Pocahontas, among different names, and have brought up the lip service of the left permitting a white lady like Warren to guarantee minority status to the detriment of genuine minorities. While there is little that can prevent the last from happening, the Boston Globe tried to invalidate the previous, that Warren utilized her guaranteed Native American legacy to help her profession, in what must be portrayed as a full-court squeeze barrier for her sake. The somewhat protracted report from the Globe noticed that they had widely evaluated several records and directed a comparable number of meetings in connection to Warren's arrival of her college workforce documents. Following 6 long stretches of being gotten some information about them. A definitive encounter by the Globe was that Warren's ethnicity seems to have not been a factor at all in the choice of Harvard Law School to employ Warren as teacher. Rather, doubtlessly her sexual orientation as a lady assumed a significantly more prominent part in the employing procedure. In reality, the Globe reached 31 of the Harvard law teachers who had been included with the 1993 talks on whether to employ Warren, and everything except one said that her legacy never at any point came up in the discussion. Indeed, even the person who said it came up offered the admonition that it didn't add up to something besides a passing notice that held no weight on the general choice. The article emphasized Warren's account of finding out about her family's Native American legacy from her grandma and aunties before their passings, and indicated out how she began guarantee that legacy on official structures starting in the late 1980s. Be that as it may, in the survey of the Harvard procuring procedure and her staff records from other graduate schools she had educated at, like the University of Texas and University of Pennsylvania, Warren was quite often noted as a white lady when enlisted and afterward changed the records to mirror her asserted Native American legacy after she had started working. Unfathomably, while the Globe may have demonstrated that Warren herself might not have utilized her guaranteed legacy as minority to pick up benefits, the schools that employed her may have. Truth be told, a few of the schools gladly recorded Warren as a minority in different authority structures and productions. For example, governmental policy regarding minorities in society structures or minority value reports, with a specific end goal to demonstrate they had various resources. In any case, in gladly posing Warren as a various minority individual from their resources, to some degree or another, these schools might just have denied genuine qualified minorities a chance to pick up a position that really would have broadened their staff. With respect to her being employed at Harvard, while her asserted Native American legacy might not have been a factor in the choice, her sexual orientation unquestionably was, as records demonstrate that Harvard was amidst a push to contract more female educators around then, especially one who might be in a tenured position. She was not on the radar screen at all regarding a racial minority contract, said Randall Kennedy, at that point an individual from Harvard's arrangements panel who was accountable for selecting minority applicants, to the Globe. It was simply not an issue. I can't recall that anyone consistently specifying her in this unique circumstance. It wouldn't have even worked in the most die-hard networks, said David Wilkins, one of the main dark law teachers on Harvard's staff who voted in favor of employing Warren, of the possibility of her legacy being an integral factor in the choice. How about we belittle it? Elizabeth Warren is a white lady. She may have some Native American roots, however so do the vast majority. Related, Cherokee Indians tell Elizabeth Warren she is not Native American. At last, fault-finders can just ask why Warren more than once had workforce records changed from white to local American when it shows up she didn't straightforwardly profit by that guaranteed minority status. In any case, while the Globe may have valiantly battled off studies of Warren on that specific front with respect to her questionable legacy guarantees, the issue is a long way from being totally fulfilled and will probably keep on dogging Warren as she considers making a presidential keep running in 2020, where Trump is prepared and sitting tight for the chance to go pedal to the metal after Pocahontas for her deception and untruths.